Hey everybody,
I'm Mo.
And I'm Katie, and this is Unforgettable Experiences, the podcast.
Again with the jazz hands.
It just seems appropriate because I'm so excited.
Okay.
So today we are going to share with you, as we always do, an unforgettable experience that we had. And again, with these unforgettable experiences, if you're not paying attention, they may just seem like daily, regular, run-of-the-mill things.
What Katie is trying to say is, you too are already having unforgettable experiences
Right now.
You just gotta,
Just gotta notice them.
Gotta pull your head out. That's what I say.
That's right.
Yes.
So we are going to transport you back in time to the 2nd of November, 2023, this past fall.
Jeez.
I know, almost a year. Wow. We were in Louisville, Kentucky for the Sweet Adelines International Convention and Competition. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute.
We will?
I will. And we decided to have lunch at a place called the Old Spaghetti Factory.
One thing we'll say though is when we travel, so I know that the Old Spaghetti Factory is a chain.
Mm-hmm.
One of the rules when we travel is you don't eat at places you can eat at home. Now,
Yes.
The reason we ate at the Old Spaghetti Factory was we don't have one near here, do we?
We don't.
So we don't have one near us.
And it was highly recommended.
Yes.
And so first of all, I have a couple of issues with why is the spaghetti made in a factory and why is it old?
I think the factory is old, not the
I
spaghetti.
hope so.
Although, why wouldn't you say the old factory of spaghetti? Yeah, I think if you had said the old factory of spaghetti, that is disconcerting.
It's a factory full of old spaghetti, which doesn't sound very tasty.
On top of, what was that? On top of
Old
spaghetti.
Yes.
I'll cover with cheese.
Sauce.
I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed.
So the old
It rolled off the table and onto the floor.
It's better to let her finish.
Sorry. And my poor meatball. Oh, rolled right out the door. It rolled out
we're
the
done.
restaurant on and onto the street. And then my poor meatball was smushed by bare feet.
Ew.
I may be paraphrasing. Okay.
All right. So the Old Spaghetti Factory is in Louisville. Now, first of all, there's a little bit of controversy in how you pronounce the name of this city.
Spaghetti.
No, the name of the city, not the name of the food. So,
Oh, that's
Louisville,
right.
okay? So I think that locals pronounce it Louisville.
Louisville.
That's the fancy pronunciation.
Yes, Louisville.
Now, growing up not too far from this city, growing up in the state north in Ohio, I remember saying Louisville. I don't think that's right, but we would say Louisville. Some other ones are Louisville.
That's just lazy.
That's just lazy.
That's just lazy.
Louisville and Louisville.
Careful.
Louisville.
Ooh, that was close.
I used to say Louisville, but I think the pronunciation, if you are from there, is Louisville.
Well, if you were not from there, then why? I think Louisville is fine.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, 'cause if you're from
It
there,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we went to the Old Spaghetti Factory. And
Do you remember when we first walked in? What did the maitre d' guy say?
did he tell us we could sit anywhere? Oh no,
He said,
he said, "Do you want to sit in the trolley?"
"We're like,
Yes.
yeah.
Duh.
Are you so used to like table or booth? Table, booth, or
Do you want to sit in
trolley?"
the trolley? And the cool thing was we had the trolley all to ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
We ran off the other trolley.
who Mo called ahead of time, but we were the
I
only
did
ones
make
in
some
the calls.
calls.
It was
Yes.
lovely.
Yeah, so that was my we walked in, it was like, you're used to like smoking, non-smoking, booth or table.
yeah.
Would you like to sit in the train? We're like, yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And I think that alone made it an unforgettable experience. We were very excited about sitting in the
that was
trolley.
cool. But do you know why there's a train in the Old Spaghetti Factory?
I do know that the trolley says Portland
Yes.
Railway Light and Power on the car.
Okay, so if the question was, what did the trolley say? That would be a correct
That's like
answer.
a joke. What did the trolley say to the train car? I don't know why it's in there though. I do know that the company was founded in Portland.
It was founded in Portland, and they found this trolley car in some back field. They refurbished it and thought, well, that'd be a cool thing to have, so our maitre d's can say, would you like to sit in the trolley? So they refurbished it and put it in the Portland store, and so now it has become a fixture in every old spaghetti factory, so you can have that. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, and they're really fun. Like everything in there is very like nostalgic and whimsical. There's a lot of stained glass, a lot of really like other cool seating. We saw like velvet benches and just all kinds of cool stuff. But we were sitting in the trolley
by yourself,
which was fun. The Old Spaghetti Factory was founded in Portland in 1969, which is the year both of our spouses were born. So they're the same age as the Old Spaghetti Factory.
That's the old spouse factory. The factory's not old. The spouses are. Sorry, Matt and Jenny.
You better be careful.
Yeah, you should.
So it made me think of, though, growing up in Columbus, Ohio, we had the Spaghetti Warehouse, which is also a disturbing title. A warehouse full of spaghetti? It's like, why? Why are they called factory?
Do you think that they'll have a merger and be the Old Spaghetti Warehouse?
It could be. But I remember as a kid, I loved going to Spaghetti Warehouse. It was so good.
So I need to do some research. I was at a spaghetti factory house of some sort when I found out that my niece Jessica was born.
Oh.
Because I remember I kept calling home.
There are a lot of spaghetti warehouses all over.
And I don't remember a train at this particular.
Some are closed. Well, ours didn't have a train either.
Casa de Spaghetti.
But I used to go there that was one of my birthday picks was Spaghetti Warehouse. And it's still operating in Columbus. It moved because the roof caved into the first building. Whoops. But
do they have a trolley?
They don't.
Let's not talk about
Don't get too excited.
Spaghetti places that don't have a trolley.
They are dead to me. So
wow.
We haven't even gotten to the unforgettable experience yet.
I know.
So let's do a little more about the spaghetti factory. It is in the historic Levy building, which was a clothing store that was built in 1893.
I'll let you all know when you can stop fast forwarding.
Okay, so we dined in the trolley car. We're back in the trolley car.
And on the menu
was spaghetti.
Oh, spaghetti. A whole factory full.
Factory full. We had a really wonderful server. He was very personable. I do not remember his name, but he was really lovely.
Yes.
I think he asked.
Yes.
Here it comes.
Not only did we want to sit in the trolley, yes, he said,
do you want some cream soda?
The Old Spaghetti Factory famous Italian cream soda. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then I kind of looked in the menu because he said, oh, like the different flavors you have. So I looked in the menu and I saw all the flavors. I already knew I was going to get vanilla because that's really what cream soda is. You guys, you get to keep the glass. I'm like,
I forgot that part.
I still have the glass.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, I don't care what flavor you put in there, son. I'm taking the glass.
Okay, wait a minute though. Can we point out that you often try to take things from restaurants when you're not supposed to?
I know, but this one said, hey, Mo, take it.
The other day, where did we go? Oh, Applebee's. And there was that spinach artichoke dip in the little cast iron thing. And she leans over the table. She's like, you can take that home. And I'm like, no, you can't.
Then why did you?
I didn't.
Have you cleaned out your purse recently?
I forgot that you got to keep the glass.
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, that's fun.
Anyway, big fan of Keepsake glasses. That's my thing. So here's the recipe for the Italian cream soda. Sparkling water, syrup of your choice, which if you don't get vanilla, you're doing it wrong. Cause whatever, and a splash of cream. And I think that's what startled me the most when he explained it. He goes, yeah, we put a splash of cream. Because the cream soda I had, like the A&W cream soda, was just
a soda.
A Coke, yeah. It was
Coke.
Oh, you're from Ohio. Was it a soda pop?
It was a pop.
Even worse.
Cream soda. Yes.
It was a Coke. What kind? Cream soda. Anyway, like A&W has cream soda, and it was like a vanilla.
Yeah, like a vanilla soda.
It's supposed to be a taste between root beer and cream. Wow, gone. Speaking of, the trolley left the station. Holy hell! What
I don't know. Root beer and
you tell us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
She did that on purpose.
You read the comments because
Okay, it'll come back to you. So, and it was when it came to the table. It
In
was
the Keepsake glass.
in the Keepsake glass. It was like separated.
Yeah.
So like the soda was on the bottom and the cream was on the top.
Yeah. It was so good.
It was delicious. I was surprised.
You had some?
Yeah, you let me have some.
I don't think I would have shared that.
You did.
Probably my
Well,
back
do you
turned.
know that the original cream soda it was a recipe posted in the Michigan Farmer.
Not in 1852. Don't tell me we did the same deep dive.
And it was
Water,
by E.M. Shelton.
water,
Yes.
cream of tartar,
Yes.
also known as potassium bitartrate,
See, I
Epsom salts,
tartaric
sugar.
acid too. What's the difference between tartaric acid and cream of tartar? I like saying tartar because that's how it's spelled.
cream and acid is the difference. Anyway, Epsom salts, sugar, egg, milk to be mixed and then heated and then mixed once again, once cooled with water and a quarter teaspoon of baking soda to make an effervescent drink. Now, why was this drink made?
I know.
Stop looking at me.
First of all, I don't like that there was an egg in it. Like, that sounds gross.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I
gross.
always heard that they use a lot of egg whites and the cream of tartar or tartaric acid, if you are nasty, was to help stabilize the egg white or something.
Oh.
What? You know, we're not big cooks here, so
No,
I don't
we're not.
know.
We're not.
Okay, so why was it invented?
Because it was a temperance drink.
Temperance.
Temperance.
I think temperance and prohibition are like, they confuse me. The words that confuse me. Like, if you're in favor of prohibition, you are not in favor of drinking. If you are...
I like prohibition, so that means you don't like to drink. Is
You
that what
don't
you're saying?
like to not drink. Right. So if you are...
You don't not like to not drink.
Right. If you are into not prohibition.
So clear. It is clear as cream soda.
It's not clear because it's cloudy. Anyway, so
it was
yes,
meant to taste like an alcoholic
yeah,
drink.
it's
That was
like for
kind of
people
it.
who didn't want to drink because they had just passed the Maine Law, which is basically
Yes.
pro-prohibition in Louisville.
In June of 1851.
Was that you were born? Anyway,
So it's almost like non-alcoholic beer. Like, isn't that kind of like, it's like, what's the point? Do you like the... Well, you
No,
like the
like-
taste of beer. I don't like the
I
taste
do.
of beer.
I don't like non-alcoholic beer, but I don't see any correlation between cream soda and beer. They taste nothing alike.
Are they like the same color, maybe? Beer doesn't have an egg in it.
Neither does cream soda. Now.
Anyway,
I did, are you done with all your deep dive?
maybe,
Okay.
maybe not.
So cream soda I thought was just an American thing. It is not. In Canada, cream soda is pink and tastes like cotton candy.
Ooh.
In Venezuela, in Australia, they're red and they taste like a hint of raspberry.
Somewhere it's blue.
Not in my notes. It's green in Mozambique, Namibia, Kenya, South Africa, Tanzania, and Uganda. Listen, so
Does it taste like pistachios? Because that'd be...
it just says it's a bright green beverage with a light floral flavor. But listen, it's a popular hangover cure for South African students, and they call it the green ambulance. But I think it's funny that this cream soda, which was invented to be a drink if you are pro-prohibition, is being used as a thing that happens when you drink too much.
Full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We are, if nothing, educators.
First and foremost. Anyway, but
That's
okay,
funny.
so this is something else that I thought was interesting. So whatever color it is, whatever it's cotton candy, green ambulance, hangover, not hangover.
Ginger ale, was that what you were trying to think of before?
Nope.
Okay.
The thing they all have in common is the smooth, creamy finish, and it's
That's
all
my stripper name.
smooth, creamy finish. Yeah, just be done already. That's my stripper name. But listen,
Put it back on.
there were a lot of prepositions that if you bought another vowel,
You're making me laugh really loudly.
the acoustics are good.
That's true.
Anyway, so even if vanilla isn't the dominant flavor, the presence of vanilla
Okay.
is what gives us the perception of creaminess. So they say cream soda isn't a flavor, it's a feeling.
It's a lifestyle.
The presence of vanilla. I was born this way. The presence of vanilla increases our perception of creaminess. So even if the vanilla isn't the dominant flavor, its mere presence affects the texture.
It's mere presence. The presence of vanilla. It's like an experience. See, it's an experience.
See, cream. It's an experience in your mouth.
So, but speaking of it being an experience, we did, again, our waiter just went above and beyond. He was wonderful. And we were at Sweet Adeline's convention. Again, we'll come back to that. And one thing that Mo and I were doing was we were passing out these we made goodie bags. So these little bags that had like a sticker and like just some candy and it's so funny because if someone's not expecting anything, when you hand them just like a bag with a couple pieces of candy, they like lose their minds. They're like, this is so cool. Yeah. So we left one of the gift bags for our server and we wrote on a card, "Thank you for making this not just lunch, but an experience."
Yeah.
And left that for him.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So little things. But it was, so it was a whole, like having something we've never drank before in that form.
In a trolley.
In a trolley car.
Yeah.
In Louisville. It was a thing.
Is that all your deep dives? Because I have a couple more. So since in South Africa, the students call their cream soda the green ambulance as a hangover cure, it got me to thinking, what are some other hangover cures?
Ooh.
So sometimes people say hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog, yeah.
Right, hair of the dog means,
doesn't that mean drink what you had and it'll...
Yeah, so like so some people think that hangover is basically detox, which it probably is. And so you're going through withdrawal, so you just drink more, which seems to prolong the problem. But I thought, where's hair of the dog from?
Oh.
So I did the etymology of hair of the dog. And it's actually hair of the dog that bit you. So, and they're saying that, they said that sometimes the cause of an ailment can also be its cure, which I thought was interesting.
So
but
it's like
hair of the dog etymology, which again is short for hair of the dog that bit you, made me think of barking up the wrong tree. Like, where does that come from, right? So I went through this whole dog, canine-related phrase etymology. So barking up the wrong tree, because I know you're going to ask, and I got you. It's for like hunting dogs that are like following their prey and they're barking up the tree and the dog, well, like unlike these dogs upstairs, but the dog is barking up the tree and the predator or the prey is like over there.
Jumps to
He's like, so you're barking up the wrong tree, like
the wrong tree.
Dog, you barking up the wrong tree. So
your accent work is
your accent blows.
Stellar.
Anyway, so hair of the dog, but here's another hangover cure. Rubbing lemons under your armpits. I have questions.
Ooh, I do too.
Who was, like, how hungover do you have? I'm saying,
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a lemon, rub it under my armpit.
That probably means you're still drunk. That's what that means to me. And why a lemon? And why your armpits? I mean, of all the places you could rub, I can think of some lemon places you wouldn't want to rub. I get that. But why under your armpits and why a lemon? Those are my questions. You can also drink pickle juice, tomato juice, raw eggs. Do you think
maybe somebody just did that as a joke? So,
well, it stings. Your joke stings. I haven't been able to shave for months.
You know what the hair of the dog thing makes me think of, though? Like when you get a vaccine for something, they actually inject you with some of the virus and it keeps you from getting the virus.
I'd rather not get the shot because that way I don't get the virus or the virus.
You definitely don't want the flu mist up your nose.
Oh, hell no. That is disgusting.
If you have not yet read Mo's book, there's a chapter in there about flu mist.
It's disgusting.
You need to read it.
It's disgusting. Especially when it's forced upon you.
I think it's funny.
I do not think it's funny. It was forced upon me. It's funny now, a little bit, but not really. Anyway. Okay.
The only other, and it isn't even a deep dive, but I was just going to talk about the cult of Sweet Adelines, just a little tiny
That's bit. A whole nother episode in and of itself.
It is. But this was the 75th International Convention. And I'm not sure, because there were 2 years we did not have a convention, 20 and 21. So I'm not sure if that's the 75th year or it is the 75th time there has been.
Oh, that must have screwed up everybody's
everybody's algorithm. It's all messed up.
Like happy 5-year, 12-year reunion.
But the thing about Sweet Adelines International, it is a really large event. There is a competition, 2 competitions. There's more than 2 competitions. There are quartets, which are 4 people singing. There are choruses, which are more than 4 people singing. A cappella, 4-part barbershop harmony. It's pretty awesome. But when you're at the convention, you're like, when you're in the convention center, you are in Sweet Adeline's world. And everything is like...
It's like biosphere.
It's a subculture. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
So it is fun when you get to visit a city the convention is in. Now, I had never been to Louisville before. And so it gets you into cities that you've never visited, and we get to go try all the local culture. You have been to Louisville, like actually fairly recently, because of the river cruise that you worked on.
Yep.
So we went to the...
When I worked on the boats.
That's right.
But I think this is important to... What I value too is when we travel is when we go to these... So we went to Louisville for this convention, and I think it's very, very easy, and they jam-pack the schedule, and it's very, very easy to go there and stay in that convention, in that ecosystem.
And not even leave the convention center.
Yeah, like you would never set foot outside. And I've been to some conferences where I've done that, you know, but I think there's so much, it's so much more a richer experience when you can just step away from that. First of all, you're stepping away from that subculture and realizing that's not it. That's not the only thing that exists. Yeah. And you're getting out and you're seeing this. You can just spend all this money to fly and travel to some place that you never see, basically. Like,
that's true.
You could just transport me to someone's basement and it would be the same thing if I never leave. But that's one thing is the more conferences we go to or events that we go to, we always make it a point to, even if it's coming in a day early or staying a day later, to stay so that we have a chance. If the schedule doesn't allow us in the time of the event, we'll put time on either side of it so that we can see this city that we have traveled to. Even if we see it before,
that's right.
You can always, there's something different you can see and something new. And I think that's the one thing I always tell people is when you go to these conferences or you go to some place that you've been before that's not where you lay your head every night at home, get outside of that, get outside that ecosystem and get out into the land where you are. I mean, and learn something and
that's
sit in the trolley.
That's really where most of our unforgettable experiences are coming from. We are usually in that area for a different reason, and we get on Atlas Obscura or we talk to local people and we go see the things that are in that city. Yeah. So we are not going to international. It's actually in just a few weeks. Yeah. It's in Kansas City this year. And good luck to all of our Sweet Alliance friends that are competing. And then the next 2 years, it's in Columbus. And that is a city with which I am very familiar with because I grew up about 50 miles
So we're going to go to the Spaghetti Warehouse.
We are. We're going to go to the Spaghetti Warehouse. There's actually some cool things in Columbus. So what we would like to know from you is, have you had actual genuine cream soda? Because I had not until I stole a sip of yours. And it was delicious.
Stole. And where do you stand on Keepsake glasses?
Worth it. Always, yes.
Yes.
Always.
You know what I learned? This is interesting to me.
I totally forgot you got that glass.
Yeah. So when Jen and I, we were in Prague and we were at dinner, and you know those people come over at dinner and they want to take your picture. I'm like, oh, okay, so I don't necessarily want that, but whatever.
Because you're famous?
No. Everybody in that restaurant is famous. But what I learned about Jen, I didn't learn until I learned it late in our relationship, because later they come by with, the mug with your picture, the t-shirt with the blanket, and it had, one of them was a magnet, and it has the, the restaurant frame, and it's got cute. Jen is a sucker for those, those promo
Keepsake kind
magnets, but only, it's like a postcard magnet. It's the funniest thing.
And you were like, really?
Yeah, but I just made me think of the Keepsake's the thing you get.
Yeah.
They're on the fridge down in the basement somewhere.
Do you remember when you go into an amusement park and they would take your picture and you could go buy the thing, the little thing you could look through? Yeah. Put them on your keychain. So, I do like a Keepsake glass, and I want to give a shout out to my friend Tanya, who came to our last variety show. And Tanya was, I think, working with a relative cleaning out the house, and she found one of the old McDonald's Muppet glasses. Oh. And she wrapped it in bubble paper and held on to it and gave it to me at the show.
That's awesome.
So thank you, Tanya.
That's so cool.
I used to have some of those when I was, younger.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like a good Keepsake glass.
Yeah, but you need two.
True. Because then you're just drinking alone. So, Toby's Dinner Theater always has a glass for every show, too. If you order their specialty drink, you get to take the glass home.
Oh, cool.
And it has Toby's Dinner Theater, and then it has the logo for the show.
Oh, that show you were at. That's better than a playbill.
It is. It's kind of cool. And they're all the same size, so you can collect Toby's glasses.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. So I have.
Too many.
Well, only 3 or 4.
Too many. Anyway, That is our episode on cream soda.
That's right.
And Sweet Adelines. And the Green Ambulance.
And Louisville.
And Tartar.
And why warehouses are full of old spaghetti.
Yes.
That's all we got.
And the little song I taught you. You're welcome.
So just remember, from the monumental to the mundane,
life is filled with unforgettable experiences.
We'll see you next time.
Go make some unforgettable experiences.